In case you've played Minecraft in the last 10 years, there's a good chance that you know what a skyblock is. Every single Minecraft YouTuber and their uncle has a skyblock series on their channel. It's been done so much that it is no longer interesting nor challenging. So, how do we make it more interesting and a lot more challenging, you ask? This is where I'm gonna introduce Impossible Skyblock. We start with the single block of grass and yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we have to see how far we can make it. You might think that the series would be over then and there, but let me tell you that almost all items in Minecraft are obtainable starting from this very island. So won't you just give it up 'cause you don't understand. Big it up but you don't understand. So there's a couple of ways that we can start to make progress here in the beginning. The method that I'm gonna go for is to get a zombie to spawn and hopefully get an iron shovel from it. So when it eventually begins snowing, we can pick up snowballs and build snow blocks, and that way we can expand our island. For zombies to spawn, however, we need to be inside the despawn sphere of 128 blocks. But we need to be further away than 24 blocks of the spawning space. And the only spawning space we have is this single block here. So I basically need to jump down, but I can't go over negative 188. Otherwise the mob will despawn again. So now I'm gonna show you a clip of what happens when you jump off the island with full HP. And as you can see, when we hit the void border at a Y level of minus 128, we take our first tick of damage. And this is good. We want to die on this tick, but however we still have 8 health left. And that means that we die at a Y level of minus 278. And that is not good. That means that the zombie or whatever mob would have spawned would have despawned by the time that I click respawn and get back to the island. So basically what we want to do is we want to starve ourselves until we only have a few hearts left, preferably like 2 or even less, and then jump off so we die on the first tick of the void border instead of a lot longer down. So now that I've jumped for like 20 minutes, I finally don't have any more hunger. I'm beginning to die. Because we play on hard mode, it should be noted that I can actually die from hunger. So I should be very accurate with lining up the moment I'm gonna die with the moon's face. Does 2, so when I take the next tick I can jump. Right, let's see. Okay, and we didn't get any. Big chance that we don't get anything, but there is a small chance that we get something. I'll start jumping again and then come back when I have some more interesting. Oh my dude, that scared the shit out of me. Damn. I don't even know how many attempts that took. And it wasn't even a zombie. It's kinda sad. Alright. So let's talk a bit about what happened there. So I got a creeper after 18 attempts, and 18 attempts of 20 minutes each is around 6 hours of jumping up and down for a single mob. In my testing world, with the same conditions, I found about a fourth of the mobs that spawn are zombies, and 5% of those zombies, according to the wiki, wield weapons, and 2/3 of those have an iron shovel, and then 8.5% of those it drops that iron shovel. And even if I get it, it has no guarantee of having enough durability to make me a snowblock. I could, in my testing, the first shovel I got only had 6 durability, which is not enough. So I'm gonna have to optimize this method way more if we want to continue the series, because it's gonna take me, on average, 8,424 hours to get a single iron shovel on average, if we continue with this method. Okay, so I want to explain real quick here in my test world what I'm gonna do to save a lot of time. So I'm gonna begin using backups to my advantage. You might say that this is cheating, but it is a part of the game, and I think it's fair to use, especially in challenges like these, where I don't want to finish when I'm 40. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna starve myself down to 2 HP. I'm gonna line that up with the time of day so that it's about to become day, and then I'm gonna jump off the block, and before I'm 24 blocks away from the block, so there hasn't spawned anything, I'm gonna make a backup of that world, and I'm gonna keep loading that world until I get something something to spawn in here. And then when I get something to spawn on here, preferably a zombie with an iron shovel, I'm gonna have to push it out onto the edge. I can show you real quick here. So if I push it over here into the corner, like on the very corner, where is it? Please. Okay. So if I place it over here in the corner and I give myself survival mode, it shouldn't be able to. Yeah, so as you can see, it can't really pathfind to me, even though we're standing on the same block. And that's because the distance between the two corners of the block is square root of 2 blocks lengths. So around 1.4, and it thinks it can reach me, so it won't try to pathfind further to me, but I'm actually just outside of its reach. So I'm gonna have to push it over here in that corner, and then stand in this corner myself, and then I'm just gonna have to make a backup of that world and just keep killing it until I get an iron shovel with a decent amount of durability, preferably over 50. Alright, wish me good luck. So in that clip I forgot to mention that we can't actually hit the zombie, at least not for any of the hits except the last one, because that would push it off the block into the void. So we basically have to put it in that position and then wait for the sunlight to damage it down to low enough HP that a crit from me can kill it. So I'll have to let the sunlight tick it 19 times and then finish it off with a crit myself.
75 years later.
Oh my god. Dude, I am the best player in the entire world. You have no fucking idea how long that took. Oh my god. Second try with one with the shovel as well. I failed the first one.
2 hours later.
Oh my god. Dude, that is perfect. 130 out of... Oh my god. Let's go. So that is actually pretty crazy that I got this good of a shovel. Usually they have way less. In my testing I got a shovel with 0 out of 250 durability. And it wasn't even broken, but over half, I think I'll take that. The chance of getting that is very slim to none. So what can we use this shovel for? I've already told you, but bam, snow. Now we just have to wait for the snow to come, and then we can start building some snow blocks. Alright, I'll tell you when that happens. See you in a bit. So as I just showed, now that I have items, I can't just needlessly kill myself anymore. I have to be careful and drop my items really fast, and then jump down if I want to do that again. Not that I have any real reason to really do that right now, but anyways. Also, it's not snowing, so I'm just waiting for some snow blocks to form now, and then yeah. Oh, I wasn't even recording, but we finally have our second snow block. Let's go. So apparently I'm very bad at getting these in video, but it's mainly because I'm just AFKing, waiting, watching some YouTube, some Netflix. Can't really do anything active while waiting for snow to form, but that's our third. And yep, almost at the goal. Alright. So it just started snowing again, and we finally have a fourth snow layer. And I'm pretty sure you all know what this means. Oh, nice. Another one. So we should... Doesn't really matter what direction we do it in. But we can now place a second block. So, if you guys want a world tour, just let me know. I know it's gonna maybe take a bit of a while to do it, but I'm definitely up for giving you guys a world tour if you want to see it all. But yeah, good progress. We already doubled the size of our island. Alright, I'll come back later. Also, this means that now that we have 2 blocks, it should speed it up by a factor of 2. So we should get some snow blocks faster. Alright. So it actually goes pretty fast to get 4 new. Oh, it just started stop snowing, but hopefully it'll start snowing soon again. Right. So it's been a few hours since the last clip, and I've still just begun collecting snow. I'm basically just going on one end and then looking down the other one end, waiting until snow block spawns, and every 4 snowballs I extend the island by 1. Goes pretty quick, as you can see it. So let's talk about what I'm trying to accomplish here. So I'm trying to make this bridge, or whatever you call it, like at least 24 blocks long, so I could stand down at one end and have mobs spawn at the other end. As much fun as it was repeatedly killing myself, I think this is maybe a better choice in the long run. So yeah, that's the current plan at least. So I guess I'll talk to you when my pickaxe finally breaks. So yeah. So I didn't get it on recording, but basically my as you can see, I don't have my iron shovel anymore. It broke, and we got a total of 130 snow blocks, which means that we have 28 snow blocks and no wait, 32 snow blocks and 2 extra snowballs. So can't really make any more progress until it turns until the sun goes over. Then it's nighttime again, and we can start seeing if I can get some spawns. So yeah, all the snow is useless to me now. Alright, I'll come back later. So I've been AFKing here for a bit, and it has finally turned nighttime. And I don't know if you guys are seeing the same thing that I am, but there's a skelly boy here. And oh shit. Well, that was fucking stupid. Okay, well it works. We can now get mobs without killing all those. Hey. Don't know why I didn't think about this before, but I've just died, and a lot of the mobs are really hard to kill on a single line, especially skeletons, because there's no real way you can avoid the arrows. Since we don't have any armor or nothing, I'm gonna end up looking like a porcupine when I'm done with this. So I'm gonna talk a bit about what the current plan is, and current plan is basically just to yeah, I know I didn't want to, but we have to kill ourselves again. But it does speed it up a bit until we can get the next mob that we want. So there are 2 mobs we want. If we can either kill the strays or kill the skeletons for a bow and arrow, that means that we can start killing killing other mobs much easier. Or if we could get another iron shovel, that'd be the best, because then I can make a dedicated spawn killing setup or mob killing setup. So that's the current plan. So I just want to make a quick video because seen that but as you saw there, I have taken the back up of the world, so don't worry. And I did find another zombie, so I'm gonna try and push all the other mobs down, and hopefully isolate that one, and then then we can try and get another iron shovel. Alright. I'm gonna make it back up here. What? 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 Dude, that is probably the luckiest I'm gonna save this world before I die. So, my shovel is almost dead. And, you can see I'm building a little bit of a structure over here. And, well, I think you can guess what it is, but I'm trying to build, some sort of mob spawn at least. And if you ever played Spleef, you're gonna know why I'm so careful with this. Because, you insta-mine snow blocks with an iron shovel. Nice. 5 left. So, as you can see, 3 out of 4 monsters spawned where they're supposed to, but... Oh, I was afraid that was going to shoot me on its way down. Yeah. So, I just stand here, and if there's no zombie or no skeleton, I'm gonna drop my items. And make them despawn and try again. That's the method. So this should be the AFK spot. Alright. So it actually didn't even take that long before this is like maybe like 30 seconds away from the last clip. I already found 2 with a weapon. One had a sword and this one has a shovel. So it works out. So I'm just gonna keep collecting some. Whoa, dude. So I'm just gonna keep collecting some shovels and hopefully. Oh no, I'm gonna make it back up now. See ya. So I'm sitting here building out the island for the next episode. But I just wanted to include this. I looked over here and I saw this rapid, and I went closer and then I saw there was a fox. Then I went all the way back, and as you can see, there's a cow. I had no idea it was this consistent to spawn passive mobs, but apparently it is. That is actually crazy. Luckily it's not a sheep. What? Ain't no... Oh my god. There's more here. Dude, what the hell? I'm gonna have to read up a bit, but I thought it was way harder to get passive mobs to spawn. I thought I was gonna have to build out this huge thing. Oh, I thought this just spawned as well. Dude, that is actually crazy. Dude, I'm fully flabbergasted that it's this easy to get passive mobs to spawn. I thought it was way harder. Alright, now so real quick, just so you can see how many mobs there spawn. So yeah, if you don't think this is a pretty huge amount, you can see the other side is pretty decently filled with mobs. Oh, I think we lost a fox over there. Too bad. Oh, I think there's someone with an iron shovel. Ain't no way I'm gonna get that. Is that an iron shovel? I can't really tell. Yeah. So what the nights are looking like. Also, we lost one of our. Oh, I have a bone. I could actually tame him. Oh, that'd actually be huge. Dude, that is pretty crazy. He is 100% not gonna survive, but that is what it is. Dude, that is crazy. Dude, I'm gonna make a safe spot for this guy. I didn't even realize I could tame him. So just so you can see how I get my stuff, I'm dropping all these things here, jumping down so that everything despawns. Then when everything has despawned, okay, I guess I'm gonna waste a few blocks on this guy. Okay, I'm not gonna risk this. It's just a loot fest. I'm gonna have to kill this guy, I think.
No.
Hello, Mr. Rabbit. Oh shit! This is not a fox. Oh, I mean, this is not a wolf. This is actually a fox. Dude, that is crazy. This is exactly why I'm extending the island. This is the reason why. So in 1.18 they changed it so that foxes can now spawn on top of snow blocks, which is pretty perfect for this challenge, I'd say. And foxes have a very rare chance of having an emerald in their mouth when they spawn. As you can see, this one does not. I think it's a 1% chance. I think it's a 20% chance of them having an item in their mouth, and when they spawn with an item in their mouth, it has a 5% chance of being an emerald. So I think that works out to being around 1% chance. And yeah, it's pretty crazy that we're getting all of these mobs all of a sudden. Alright, I'll see you later. Like literally 1 second after I just closed the last clip, I saw that there is a fox here, and I think there might even be a fox behind there as well. Dude, I thought the passive mobs were way harder to spawn. No! What was that? Did the fox just commit suicide? Why would you do such a thing? Yeah, so no emerald, sadly. It is what it is. Dude, that is so crazy. I fully fledged thought it would be way harder and you'd have to have way more spawning spaces to be able to get these. It's just so crazy to me. Oh! What? How did that happen? Did a wolf kill it? Dude, that is so huge. I thought it was a slime ball. Damn. So I have a bit of a slime trap, as you can see here. So let's talk a bit about what the next step in our plan is. I think on average right now, I average around 90 snow blocks an hour over the past few hours. So it's not that efficient way, and I need like, actually I haven't done the math, but I could imagine a couple of thousand blocks to fill this in. the only reason to build this was not only because of the foxes, it's also because of our next step. Now that we have the emerald, you can probably guess what it is, but we want to get a wandering trader. And I mean, we might as well get some more, because it actually has a couple of useful traits to us. And since the emeralds were so easy to get, I'm still so surprised by the fact that these foxes just spawn so incredibly fast all the. So I actually ended up dying because I was AFKing for a bit too long. Spider got to me. I don't even know how. Oh, I see. There used to be a gap here, but this was getting pushed down by other zombies, so I expanded the platform and I must have filled in the gap. I mean, it's a decently big setback, but it's not that bad. Yeah. So I was supposed to be luring the iron shovels with the zombie reinforcement method that I showed before, but something a bit more important has just come up. So as you can see, these wolves have been scared over here. I have no idea why, but this one does have an emerald. So I don't really know how to go about this, because I'm afraid if I start hitting it, it'll just run away. But I guess it's pretty much my only chance, isn't it? Okay, what if I do this? And then just... Don't jump off, please. Yes! Dude, that is so huge. Alright. Okay. Now I'd like to get a... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put these items here real quick, and then I'm gonna jump down here. So all the monsters will despawn real quick. Right, I think that's a decent place to end the episode, and if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. It'd be really cool if we could hit like 10 likes or something in my first video. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna be grinding this a lot over the next few weeks, so let's see if we can get some wood, maybe even stone the next episode, but probably just wood. So I'm gonna focus on getting a wandering trader next time, and then giving him this green thing. Imagine if it fell down there. Alright, I'll see you guys later.